This was a day filled with literary and historical significance. From old pubs to war memorials, and Jane Austen's favorite manor house to a graveyard that reminded us an eerie amount of the opening chapters of Charles Dickens's Great Expectations, the weather seemed like the only consistent thing, in a day where the terrain was constantly shifting. And it was perfect. We were really looking forward to catching our first glimpses of the Canterbury Cathedral.
Good morning. It's day 6 of our Pilgrim Way. Today we are walking from Lenham to Chilham. Tomorrow we arrive in Canterbury. We're starting the day with a beautiful uphill climb. Scenery is fantastic already. I don't see it. Oh! On the hill over there, that's the Lenham Cross. We are approaching the Lenham Cross. It's about 3/4 of a mile walk from the central square of Lenham. This is the World War I memorial here in Lenham. Here in England, all of Britain, really much of Europe, World War I memorials are serious business. They lost so many young men in World War I. During World War II, they covered this with grass, so it wouldn't be a navigational tool for the German pilots. We ran into our first pilgrims last night at the hotel. A group of about 12 to 15 students from the U.S. Military Academy in Annapolis were staying at our same hotel. They're walking the same stage we are today. They're the first pilgrims we've met. They are also on their spring break. Also thought it seemed like a good idea to walk in England during March. And so far, it has been a good idea. We loved it. As long as you're okay with mud.
Yes, if you don't like mud, this is not the place to be.
Yep, we are okay with mud. We've enjoyed it. We're enjoying some right now, actually. Tomorrow we arrive in Canterbury. And the end of this Pilgrim Way is the Canterbury Cathedral. The next day we're going to continue on walking to Dover so that we can connect the Camino Ingles to this route. This today is an absolutely glorious day. We've walked 2 miles so far. The weather is perfect. It was just at freezing when we started, so we have on all of our layers. The sun is out. It's beautiful. We're following the North Downs Way right now. And the North Downs Way has us going above all the towns on a nature trail. There are turnoffs for any town you want to go into, but they add distance. So you have to kind of pick and choose. So even though Charing looked pretty good, the pub doesn't open till 12 and it's before 10. So we're gonna skip Charing today. We're gonna kind of decide each village whether to turn into it or not as we go. We can see Charing Castle, I think. Interesting. The churches and castles here have all had the Ukrainian flag above. Got some hares down in the field. If you look at that post, then to the right of it a little. Hey guys. One thing that we've learned so far is that most of the pubs don't open before 12. They open at 12. Some don't open till 4 or 5. One opened at 7. You need to plan your day so you'll arrive at 12. We think we're going to arrive at the Flying Horse at about 12. We may be a little early though, so we're considering detouring into Westwell. Good morning. Beautiful horse. Goodness, so beautiful. We have gone 6.8 miles and I think we're all in agreement. It's probably the easiest 6.8 miles we've had since we started. We come upon openings where we realize just how beautiful the place we're walking. Now we're out in the fields. These are the Kent Downs. We're having some filled wafers. They're very good.
They're like neon green.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Just beautiful. There's a really cool bird in the field over there. It's bright red.
Here at the ruins of the Church of St. Mary in Eastwell. It's just a great place for a rest and a little quiet contemplation.
The locals are still caring for this property. We feel like we're a mile or less from the Flying Horse. Looking forward to a warm pub. We are about to enter Buckton Lees. Look at all the daffodils. It's beautiful. This is the local cricket club. Look at that beautifully maintained center with grass. Molly and I will be splitting chicken and mushroom pie. A proper pie, not the trendy puff pastry lid on stew business. It's so wonderful here. All about warmth and cozy. This is the best meal we've had. Maybe it's because we walked 10 miles before we got here.
It's better than what they said.
It's very good. I think so. But, I mean, it's all a matter of opinion.
It usually look like a proper restaurant.
It was proper. There's wool on these bushes and on the barbed wire. And we're getting a little souvenir. Not hurting the sheep. It's already pulled off. I don't know how today's trail could have been any better. 10 in the morning, great place for lunch. 6 in the afternoon, that's the perfect day. They're still back there collecting wool from the bushes.
That is my Did she get disqualified for kicking
Why would you get disqualified?
or running?
You ran.
It's
It's just a matter of getting there.
We both got disqualified.
How you do it is not important. Molly's got her a treasure. Where did you get it?
I got it off the fences and the trees by the sheep.
And that's a treasure to Molly. Molly's a knitter. We'll have to figure out how you can use that. That is a treasure.
I'll wash it tonight. And then when we get home, I'll use some and brush it out.
Yep.
Because that's how they spin stuff in design. You have to brush it out really thin first. Because otherwise, dirt and stuff gets caught in it. Which, clearly, it did. But
Yeah.
I already picked out the big stuff, so I'll know this inch came from a fence along the Pilgrim Way.
We're approaching an old church. All Saints Church in Wrotham. This church is a lot bigger than some of the others. Interesting that over time they had to put that buttress in to brace the wall. And it's huge. It's a huge graveyard. Obviously, this church has been here a long time. Woo! We like climbing, so we should be really happy. Because ever since we left Bottomleys, ever since we left that, it's been uphill. There have been so many different ecosystems today. They did an amazing job developing this trail. This is one of the national trails, the North Downs Way, so it's not hard to see the difference between when we got on that and before we got on it. Godmersham Park, the house where Jane Austen wrote parts of Pride and Prejudice, Emma, and Mansfield Park, is just over that ridge. You can't see it, but it's just over there. We're big fans of Jane Austen. Definitely a change of terrain through here. The chalk. There's a house way in the distance. You can see a white dot in that green lawn that's in the distance. That's Godmersham Park. See it from, you can really see it from here. I'm not trying to scare you. Look, there's one of the cool birds that just ran across. We are out in suburban Chilham. In suburban Chilham? Cool. That's Chilham Castle. It's beautiful. This is where we're staying, the Woolpack Inn, pub and restaurant. We have time tonight for a little bit of a pub crawl. So we're gonna hit the tea room first, then a couple pubs. This is Chilham. If you've never been to Chilham, you're missing out.
It's basically the perfect English house.
We're on the street in Chilham. Oh, wow. This is the square in Chilham. There's the church. The pub. We just raced the last 6 miles to come to this tea room. Great job, everybody.
Yeah, great. Especially Mama.
Here is our room at the Woolpack. As usual, we can make our own tea, which I think we're about to. We are in the restaurant at the Woolpack Inn.
What a day! Great weather, amazing food, soft but not too soft trails. Everything seemed to be going our way. We can only hope that it continues on our last day into Canterbury, whose cathedral we just barely saw from a hilltop. If it is anything close to how amazing it seems from the outside, none of us can wait to see it on the inside. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe.